recording is back. 790.
There.
That's the open chest when I was here in the story. That's actually kind of funny. Sora! Watch out! Where did that come from? Well, a merciful evasion. I didn't wonder who would dare be so bold as to follow me. I've done well to come. Soon knew you were being tailed. For he was indeed using ultra-high-grade optical camouflage. Finally caught an invisible man. Breaking and entering into the RP comp and center? No, that's hardly all. For my family. For that, you will pay. You're under arrest, you monster! Yep. Am I? How very funny! I don't play your games, please. You can be conquered when you're visible by the naked eye!
That's a strong one. Let's kick its ass! I got you!
It's my turn.
Arc is activated. Calling the shots.
Yep. This individual wearing ultra high grade optical camouflage seems to be playing cat and mouse with his target.
Certainly. It's my turn.
I'll back you up. Infinity Order!
Yes.
Suppressing targets. I got this.
Certainly. Here I go.
Can you withstand this? Hard time home!
I got you!
I shall assist. Arcus activate.
Calling the shots. Chance! An opening!
I'll clean this up.
My reign is as the blaze comes. He's gone!
There it is. I got this.
It's my turn.
I'll back you up. Infinity Order!
Yes.
What?
I shall assist. Here I go.
Bring it on. Arcus activate. Ha! Want real?
Probably gonna make it really hurt.
I am the severing chain.
Suppressing
Can you withstand this? My reign is as the blade comes. Eat gone!
I can't
There she goes.
fall here. I shall assist. Thank you.
I got this.
Certainly. It's my turn.
There!
Certainly.
I got this.
Run!
I knew you would have that.
I'll heal you! Thanks. Bring it on. Arcus,
It's my turn. I'll clean this up. Here I go. Ha! Ha! You're so kind.
I'll heal you! Bring it on. Let's go. I'll heal you!
Certainly. It's my turn. I shall Thank you. assist.
Bring it on.
Dance! Phantasmal butterfly!
Bring it on.
My reign is as the blade. He's gone!
There!
Ready.
A chance! This one's mine! Bring it on. Lightning. I got it.
I'll clean this up. Here I go.
Bring it on. Let's go.
It's my turn. Arcus activate.
I got this. Arcus,
Certainly. Yes.
I'll show you the true strength of ice. I've got you. Ha! I got this. Chance! An opening.
Yes.
There it is.
Certainly. Arcus activate.
Call in the shots.
Dealing with this.
What?
Certainly.
Suppressing targets. Mirror device. Suppressing targets.
This is absurd!
Come on, Xenomorphs!
I hope everyone is all right after that.
I have him restrained. Stop resisting and surrender. Heh, I thought I was thinking you were weak. They're steel wires. Are you perchance a survivor of the Order of the Moonlight Horse? Yep! How do you know that name? I have, shall we say, something of a connection to them. Now, I've completed my objective in this land. It's time to put an end to this game. Farewell, my fair ladies. May we meet again. Damn it! Stop! He got away. How are they looking over there, Major? Okay, fortunately. Claire. Sarah, thank goodness. How do you feel? I know what we would have done. And if something happened. I always were a softie when it came to family. After that, I'm gonna talk. So yeah, there is a connection between the organization that Swin and Nadia and the Emperor
My
are part
sins
of.
will never disappear.
And yeah, Sharon's old crew.
I committed them, and now I must shoulder them forever, even after the Empire begins anew. But I also need not shoulder them alone. I have friends and family who will share my burdens with me. That, at least, is something I can be proud of. Right, Emile?
Next morning.
You have my thanks, Miss Valestine, Miss Kruger. Both for helping with the RMP's investigation and saving my sister. I am greatly in your debt.
Hey now, think nothing of it. We were all about helping out.
Indeed. That Lady Isara is all right is enough of a reward in itself.
I'm really sorry for kicking up so much of a fuss. As for you, Claire, I guess I owe you thanks. Even if you let the guy get away.
Isara, there's no need.
It's okay. What she's saying is true.
What the culprit said has given us much cause for concern.
Yeah, as the older gen of the group here, we're going to need to step up our game. If anything else happens, don't hesitate to call me. I'll be there in a flash.
Thank you. I will be sure to take you up on that.
Like lightning.
Well, at least you're not as much of a lost cause as you used to be. You're no longer the dolt who bottles everything up and leaves the rest of us to figure you out. But I am a little bugged that I wasn't part of you finally letting down those walls.
I'd like to believe that I've changed, yes. A little. I've met a lot of people in just a few short years, like the ones at Thor's, who've been an incredible influence on me. But I still have so much further to go, and so much more I can prove to you. So I'll do all that I can to be a person you're both proud to call family. For you, and for Emil.
Sure, whatever. You get to that. All the best, Claire.
Yeah, all the best.
So, I was thinking about it, and I'm going to take you up on your offer after all.
Well, that was sudden. Are you sure? I realize that we are the ones asking you to come, but it's not going to be an easy job.
Oh, I know. Suffice it to say that Thor's has piqued my interest now that I've seen how much it's changed Claire.
Yep.
So it
Connecting
has.
these two stories with this character. Very interesting. I wonder if I were to go back and rewatch this scene, where did I say Isara instead of just woman? Maiden's melancholy. And... oh, Master Chorus! Regent Leaf! It's probably gonna be like level 7 or something. Yep, my family. With the many bonds built over the years, Claire is able to show her cousin how she's changed, even if just a little, compared to her past self. Major Irving's little sister and Major Refeld's cousin, she often finds it difficult to speak from the heart, leading to building up and venting negative emotions. Reconciliation. After a strange series of circumstances, Isara and Claire take steps to repair their long, complicated relationship in hopes of a better future. Yeah, bit 7! Oh! Assault gauge regenerates on field, increases assault gauge when damaged. These are only CP automatically every turn. Fort, Lobfort, and Passion Earth Pulse is the Royal Cannon.
Slab of Reminiscence activated.
Justice adieu. I really hope we get a playable section.
3 days after the SSS successfully liberated Crossbell, I found myself being the first of my old classmates to see the city in all its newfound freedom. Excuse me, but would you two be Commander Sonia Bells and Vice Commissioner Pierre?
That's correct. Inspector Regnitz, yes? We've been expecting you.
Quite an entourage.
It's a pleasure to meet you both.
We've come on behalf of the Government Accountability Inspectorate. I hope we can count on your cooperation during our visit. Ordinarily, the withdrawal of all Erebonian troops and weaponry from Crossbell should have happened immediately after the war.
Well, because of
the IDF's occupation had caused a delay, but now it could finally be executed, and overseeing it was our mission. This critical assignment came directly from my father, a task closely linked with Crossbell's independence to boot. Veteran inspectors in Rhineford were entrusted with watching over Tangram Fortress and the local military factory, while I was assigned to the city itself, and my primary focus would be the tower the defense force had occupied.
It's still busted open.
The SSS only knows how to do it big, don't they? I can't believe they pulled this off. I heard Yuna's still out of school to help them in dealing with the aftermath.
Thank you. I think we have a better handle on what happened.
There he is.
So after the SSS charged in.
Yep. Two. Oh, yeah. 2 peas in the pod. Oh my God, he's just silent.
I remember him from the files related to the SSS. First Division, I think. What was his name again?
Dale!
Never mind. I need to focus on work. Off to the 36th floor, then.
They're entering past Machias. Inspecting inside the Orcus Tower, reviewing a new shard of broken glass for overturned base. Working hand in hand with local police and CDF, it's not to ensure that no offense caused by IDF would go unnoticed. It's exhausting, mentally and physically, amazing. We're still on the clock long after burning the midnight oil. No time to go out for drinks with fellow colleagues. Just him and his work. You could feel fatigue starting to eat away at him. Thankfully, there's a local cafe that would become a small haven for his weary soul.
Thanks for waiting. Here's one of our very own dark roast specials.
Thank you. There's no better morning ritual than one that starts with a good cup of coffee. Now I can start work with my best foot forward.
Hey, check out the Imperial.
Oh yeah, a pal of mine in the tower was telling me about having to work with that guy.
Ooh. Doesn't have the highest opinion right now. He's Imperial.
Thanks for waiting. Here's one of our very own dark roast specials.
Much obliged. Nothing like that first cup of the day.
Yeah, these two are so similar. Determined to do his job well, but the SSS he fought by his side during the twilight, while his friends doing what they could back in the Empire, or his father, who believed he could handle such an important task. So they know, however, that his hard-earned day off several days later we spent around his beloved brew.
You're all out of dark roast?
I'm so sorry, sir. I know it's your go-to coffee. Ours is ground with beans imported straight from Orid.
Ooh.
But I'm afraid something's happened that's made it impossible to get back in stock. The owner was saying something about crime being afoot.
Oh no!
Wait, what crime is being committed?
Oh, sorry, sir. Listen to me go on.
Not at all. In fact, do go on.
Detective?
Coffee Bros!
Well, what he said. Our morning's just not the same without your coffee. If you don't mind, could you let us speak to the owner of this establishment?
Justice to do. Oh yeah, this old tune. Check on things to be having a lot lately. Number of queries about missing parcels, deliveries, the wrong address, and the like. I think that trader zooming just plain has companies in chaos. Sure hope things will calm down soon. Indeed. Thank you for your cooperation. Got a hunch after hearing what the cafe owner had to say. Wow. This one's deeper than it rightly should. Also mentioned are several reports the police have received. No communication, delivery mishaps, and the confusion just at the Crossbell's liberation. Allegedly traced to imported goods and sundries disappearing in transit. Hey, there are too many cases for it all to be a mere coincidence. Staff testimonials or anything to go by, not just restaurants either. Any business could fall victim. And all the way that they don't even notice there's a pattern. Quite the underhanded operation. Are there multiple perfs, or is someone acting alone? What could their MO be? You get information. Occurs to me now this is rather late, but I was in the Empire and work-related business at Orcus Tower just last week. My name is... Inspector Machias Regnus. I know. Alex Dudley of the CPD's 1st Investigative Division. So you knew who I was the whole time? Unfortunately, the SSS, I'm guessing. First Division deals in foreign affairs as well, so naturally, I know about you. Probably being Representative Regnus and you being a member of Class 7 puts you on our radar more than any report. Right, sure. Oh no, don't me knowing that frees you up on me. First time in quite a while, I'm on the clock. Which is it? I'm not about to sit back when my coffee is in danger. You'll have no shortage of ordeals to face in the days to come. Won't let it be admired by the loss of one of my life's simple pleasures. Oh. So, Inspector Regnus, I request your cooperation by independent investigation. I set up our respective jurisdictions, but I hope you might say yes as a fellow lover of coffee. Go Coffee Bros! Of course, I'd be happy to assist. That's the two formed an unusual bond and opened up an investigation for their beloved bitter beans. Yep. Machias questioned his old friend Patiri. Hey, a herald. Deputy Trader Harold Hayworth is next on the list. You feel they visit each district and review the city's merchants. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Use that around all the time myself. I mean, I try to move things around ahead of time so we're not hurting stock-wise. The thing whoever's behind it is it's either green as grass in the underworld, or so you have no fear of death. Or both. Makes you think that. I'm an answer. It's gonna cost you. I think he can afford to give you a friendly discount, Detective. I thought you'd have a bigger problem with her line of work. That's not about everything to figure out. It's a lot more harm to locals than I ever would have realized. Incredible help. So thank you. The junior SSS is everything I'd hoped for, Mom. Good! All the SSS does for us. We're always down to cover for him. That's just for help whenever you need it. And I will. I should be back. I'm sure I'll be back at some point. Quicker to think he got his feet they give him credit for. What if I didn't see the sight of you coming? This isn't Peg is the type to have connections to Night Valley or back alley bar. Detective Richard Salt knows there are valuable clues to be derived from the underground. I suppose I'm not the only one who's had his expectations flipped then. If I were like you'd be more resistant to going off book, but to be more straight-laced. Things the wrong way. That applies more to you than me. I've still got a ways to go. Crossbell depends at stake. I can't afford to let my inexperience as an inspector be screwed it up. I don't think. Now where's your next spark? And here's a drunk fool. Oh yeah, stumbling about. Oh there, sir. Oh shit. Sorry about that. Now playing in theaters are... I'm pretty sure there should be an extra E there for that kind of theater. Not at all. I should have stepped out of the way. general affairs of Orchid's Tower. Huh? Those glasses. I remember you. You're the inspector from the Empire. Should that idea at the door. Got all the paperwork in order? She's a hell of a hard worker. Isn't it easy for an Imperial to face where an Imperial started off? That isn't how I would put it. You know, I've heard lots of stories about fraud picking up here again. But keep that up, makes our causes face the City of Sin the way they did for the SSS cleaned the place up. That shoe bastard's fault. Just come in and started tearing down everything we built. Hey, that's enough. I understand lips are loose and drunk. Any more of that at mouth and it'll be interfering with official business. Huh? Hey, I should get around too. What are you doing, you moron? Stop heckling other people in the street. Sorry about him. He gets like this when he drinks too much. Captain Detective Dudley, Inspector Regnitz! Wait, I'm so sorry my friend said anything rude. I think he's just been doing too much OT since Liberation. Come on, man, let's go. And after the day out, you drink way too much, I tell you. I should go for more. Stay for just another minute. A friend you mentioned something about fraud being on the rise. Happen to know anything about that? Criminal investigation. For anything at all, you could share it with us to be greatly appreciated. You know, I think I might. There's been a suspicious merchant who's been selling knockoffs of brand name goods. Big dealers around here have been getting inquiries from customers about them. So they're giving heads up to police about it. So your timing is perfect. You like the names of the stores that are notified? That'd be great, thank you. Is it a whole bunch of stores that have not received merchandise? Give obvious tells for knockoffs. Similarities between each account were almost astounding. And with plenty of information in hand, they agreed to find a place to sift through their findings while resting their feet. We asked for a sit-down at a certain bakery on West Street. Managed to collect a fair bit of information. Here's how the victims up to this point have dealt in import brands and foodstuffs. Brands like the Quincy Company and Strigo Corporation are among them. Two callbacks. Quincy Candy. I believe we introduced them in Azure with just like that fraudster who pretended to work for them because they're like a big candy company. And Strigo, yeah, we've heard about them since Sky, sneaker brand. Wherever these are sold, a merchant has appeared to offer the exact same products for a much lower price. The terms, however, are inferior knockoffs. By the time this is discovered, the merchant has already disappeared. I think there's a connection here. Most undoubtedly, it ties into our current case. So fraud and counterfeit goods, huh? So right about what that man said earlier, shouldn't be. Saying Erebonia does not mean you should shoulder responsibilities of the entire country. Thank you, I appreciate that. I mean, he represents the majority of Crossbell's people. This is like you can't do anything to make them feel better, as Imperial citizen, as an inspector. See, really aren't so much like me in my younger years. How so? Really serious with strong sense of justice. It makes you want to live up to the expectations placed upon you. But now, suddenly, all the pressure has become too immense and suffocating you. Is that it? I don't know. No, she might be right. The chances are now gone. The Empire is racing to a new era, yeah. The Erebonia. Against all this, my dad is now the representative chancellor of the entire country. First step we need to take is for this new era is to restore and stabilize the relationship with Crossbell. He's expecting to be the kind of inspection results that will work to that end. I have my hands full of just the stuff immediately right in front of me. Can't but hate how much of a good-for-nothing guy I am. I wouldn't mind me countering this, but I think you should be more confident in yourself, Bacchius. Shows the thorn-filled path of being an inspector despite how difficult it was going to be. I guess at your young age, you've been entrusted with the most important aftermath of restorations after the war. These more than prove you're qualified. It means you're absolutely can live up to the expectations your dad has of you. I get panicked when I don't produce results quickly enough. Is a brew not truly as most divine when the beans have been roasted longer? Sure you understand what I mean as a fellow lover of coffee. Yeah. You're right. I think you've been trying to rush my progress so much that it's only made me things worse instead. Maybe it'll take a bit longer to produce results, but I better take it slow and steady than run myself into the ground. That's the way. Hello, Detective! And you too, Inspector? I've never seen you two in the same place before. Recall it. You're from that former law office, aren't you? As you're willing to cooperate investigation-wise, we're just taking a short break. What investigation minute? Oh, investigation, if I may ask. You must have dealer of counterfeit goods? Giving you up the times, have you? Yeah, Chris has been all over it. Let's think about how the SSS once worked a similar case, so I'm going through some old leads, and... What? Are you showing us those leads? Our hands with some evidence. I'd be able to get the first division to make an arrest. Oh, I don't mind at all. Not so much to be the past detective. How can I say no? You can see it from Grace. Finds out you may end up forcing your way to a front seat in your investigation. You can picture it now. Keep that in mind. A few hours later. Oh, it is this guy! I recognize you! Really hit the jackpot this time, haven't I? Taco Devil fails to disappoint me, but safe a few sour moments. And you as well! You're just like the... Yeah, you were from Zero! You were just like, yeah, like the granny who just like had the slip up about Michelin, and we had to chase you. And as soon as just your kindly old woman persona broke, you were just cussing up a storm and yelling. And like, we caught you because Killica tripped you. Dude, we got two old scumbags back working together. Alright, let me continue this most profitable of relationships. And this guy honestly has a much greater impact than a lot of people might know. Because this is the guy who conned the Kapua family out of their land. It's because of him that, yeah, they had to become Sky Bandits, and then the land could be bought and turned into the Thor's branch campus. Crossbell gains independence, maybe become much easier to do business than it was under Imperial rule. How about a return of a prime pentagon for folks like us? Yes, sweet-looking old world. Yeah, they're just laughing together. The joke's on you! What's this? And with you two, be? There's Menace the con man and the infamous counterfeit dealer from Calvert. You're the small fry that used to cause so much trouble in Crossbell. What? Oh, I am, do you? Swindler Menace. My past coming back to haunt me. Never should have allowed that cursed special support section to catch me. How CBD has on you from the last time came in handy. You know everything you've been up to. Surrender peacefully. It's because of the pesky SSS, isn't it? Ha! In that case, it's perfect timing. Looking for a chance to expose a guarantee for all they did for me. Please flip the switch. She'll wake up the whole city at this rate. They run with the SSS as well. Friends of theirs, this next opportunity, releasing stress. They get to work. Each sheer voice will bring you past to your knees. Get out here, you lackeys! Teach these four-eyed innocent heads a lesson! Oh, they got nothing. Nothing? No one's coming? Where the hell are they? Oh dear. How the cops find out about the meeting spot? Damn it, so I hate working with crooks that always get caught. Was that directed at me? Told you, we're 2 steps ahead of you. Our department will be here soon. I hope you don't think you can get away. How to be clever? I didn't make past you can run this racket over and over again. You step aside. We'll step aside. We'll force you out of our way. Get him! Out of your way. We're more than prepared to respond. Counting on you, Inspector Regnitz. Of course. Ah, come on! Honesty is craft! Honesty! Justice Hammer! And number 2. Ah, don't hurt this idiots! Should be tragic again. For you, I never get up so easily! Ooh! Dudley lost his gun. I still have 1 weapon left. Oh yes, go for it! Yes, with a punch! Ah! Did I get it? This is the Iron Hammer of Justice! Yes! Justice Hammer! I knew they had a boat there! Eat my dust, you bastards! I'll always have a place to escape, so long as there's a horizon to reach! What the? Who did you start? I should tell you, of course they already discovered your getaway plan. We got out ahead of you and cut the engine. We're welcome to try swimming away from here, though. How could you? Well, Miss Counterfeit Dealer, Enith, you escaped just as the past year status as foreigners. That ends today. Crossbell's laws are evolving. What a good word for you to see to it that you get tried here. Best of luck. This is really how it ends? That is perfect! How could this happen?
Suspects apprehended, 0210 hours.
I really do hope, though, that Dudley hasn't been demoted from playable. Yep, these are ducts. So we're good.
Sorry, thanks for waiting. Here's one of our very own dark roast specials.
Yep.
Boy, I think my jaw about hit the floor when I heard the case had been solved. Thanks to you two, it barely put a dent in business. We owe you one. So, the owner said it's on the house today.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Guess it ain't the same table this time.
It's dark roast or nothing in the morning.
I love the way you can feel it coursing through your body from the first sip. Can't start my day without it. And speaking of, I have something I'd like to share with you a little later. Are you free for lunch? I know a place with food that goes spectacular with any room.
Absolutely, I'm free.
Of course, of course I get a coffee recipe. Coffee couple. Despite throwing himself into his work, Maki still feels inadequate. Dudley sees a younger version of himself in the man, offering words of comfort. Coffee Coalition. With justice rightfully served, Dudley and his new friend Maki sit together and enjoy a damn good cup of coffee. Justice blend.
Let's give this a try.
Mafias make it.
Better late than never to start learning. Well, it's...
Oh, Nemesis liquid. Randy has...
Let's do this.
I haven't gotten one from Rain.
Thanks for waiting.
I just get a
Let's
lucky...
give this a try.
I think I can cook as well as anyone else. Won't you try it for me?
Oh, it is this Night Sky Tiramisu.
Slab of Reminiscence activated.
Here's last one. Looks like most of the problems have been addressed. The combat data from the last test proved useful then. There, I owe the team a lot. Robo Gear 3 is officially complete. You get a passing grade, I suppose, so what next? Haven't given up that much thought, actually. Means your schedule is open. Try not analyzing this. Oh, what is it? No questions. How? Oh, I'm gonna figure that part out. How much you get findings? Nor is there a need to provide periodic updates. Free to proceed however you wish. Something else? No. You seem to be so swamped with work lately. I was wondering if I could help lighten the load.
That's what I'm here for! What?
Yep, surprise!
There you are, Professor Russell.
Yep, and...
Long time no see, Professor Schmidt, and thank you for keeping a watchful eye over my Tita.
Mom, why are you here? Why are all of you here?
Sorry to drop in, Tita. We were just escorting your mom.
And I'm here on a job. A very troublesome job, as it so happens.
How so?
That can wait. There's something much more important here than work. And that's you, my baby's breath bundle of cuteness. Oh, your mommy has missed you.
Oh, since we're going into work, can we see her, like, preparation dance or whatever that was? I definitely remember that. It was weird seeing her just do that with just, yeah, her little, like, sprite model running around. I just hope we get to see that in a properly animated form, completely with fire!
Mom?
And you've only gotten cuter! Oh, I can't believe it. It's a scientific marvel. They gotta have laws against going over cute capacity because I just can't take it.
Stop it, Mom! Everyone is watching!
Let them. I get to hug and kiss and love on my favorite little girl. My Tita tank's been running on empty for months.
Professor?
Just let her get it out of her system.
Poor Tita. Please. This is so embarrassing.
If you're going to fritter away my time, do it where I can't see it.
I'm sorry.
My apologies. I sometimes forget that my enthusiasm could give a man with already one foot in his grave a heart attack.
There you are with that cheek. I would assume you were the child if I didn't know that was your daughter standing next to you.
Why, thank you. My imagination is as rich as a child's. A good thing, too, since my partner now is a senile old fart whose last good idea may have predated our concept of time.
Oh.
The nerve.
Like, you already trademarked like that with your own dad.
I can't tell if they hate each other or if this is just their thing.
I'm leaning toward the latter.
She's the only engineer I know who can have at it with the professor.
Probably because she's gonna be him in 30 years. Unlike her old man who just loves throwing whatever shit he can find together. These two develop tech with specific goals in mind. They also don't mind throwing everyone else under the bus if it means meeting those goals.
Hey, Red! I got ears.
So, the job?
Right. Time to get down to business.
So you're forming a team to handle problems the Black Workshop left behind?
In short, yes. The workshops left scars all across the land. Their weapons, autonomous and otherwise, are on the black market. It could be people are scavenging the remnants of them.
However they're going about it, it's going to be a problem in time. The guild's on full alert.
That sounds rough. No wonder you're here.
I came here as a representative of ZCF after receiving a formal request from the Imperial government.
Professors Schmidt and Russell are acting as the linchpins of the team. I'm here since I was connected to the workshop, and the guild is working with us as a safety measure. All of this is being coordinated via the Reinford Company. We'll be investigating old sites while figuring out what to do with the weapons we find in said sites.
I see. I'm surprised you agreed to help, Professor.
I don't see it as helping. I couldn't care less what the government or the guild wants.
But
all I want is the data the Black Workshop left behind.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on it all.
You do have a one-track mind.
It also really shows why Tina can just handle Schmidt so well, since she's been effectively living under Schmidt for her whole life.
Do you think I could be a part of the team? I'd love to be of some help. Well,
You don't have to do a thing, Tita.
But...
I did say this job is troublesome, but as you can see, we have more than enough people to go around. And I didn't come all this way for nothing.
We don't even have to worry about funding, since RF and the government's footing the bill.
Father was such a large part of this that my mother and I are by default. If it takes all of Rhineford's resources to put an end to it, then that's just what we'll have to do.
And if anybody tries to get rough, they got the bracers to let them know what's what.
I mean, I was never going to worry about that. I know you guys are there.
Then you know we're all set. The best thing you can do right now is focus on school.
But what about you? You're in school too.
I sure am. Dean Collins allowed this as part of extracurricular activities. I might even present a new thesis based on my findings.
So why can't I do what you're doing?
There's nothing you can do for this team.
She's doing something
Why
else.
not make sure Makarov's damn niece doesn't set fire to the building while I'm out?
Oh, Professor. I know Mint can be a lot, but even she wouldn't...
Whoa! That wrench went flying!
Whee!
Huh? How'd it get caught in the vent? Whoa! It caught on fire!
Yep, there it is!
It's about to go up in smoke!
I knew she was literally about to...
I'm on my way.
Herbal Gear Project 4, Part 1. Hang out in the Empire for a little while. How long exactly? Pregnant problem's pretty broad. Really thinking about it'll take about 4 months or so. That long? Dynamic Maniac should be fine. Able to hold down the fort just fine. I guess the thing is to be taken care of as soon as I'm back. But who can resist all this workshop business? Are you sure there isn't anything I can do to help? It's fine. Don't worry, my little angel. His herself isn't very packed, to be honest. Most of the time we spent on data analysis. Yep, if he decides to get our way, we'll give him a real smackdown and sell things in a jiffy. So don't stress, okay? Say so. Push comes to shove, I can always sacrifice this guy here if you don't. I don't mind. Well, just kidding. Bullshit. Oh, I did, you silly, stupid man. Why not resort to sacrificing you when there are so many other fun ways to use a pack wheel over the next 4 months? Fun, huh? You can lay out the murderous intent any time now. It'll be fun, alright? Fun for me. I get stuck looking over his shoulder for the rest of his days. Like our obsession of Agate has gone into overdrive after he and Tina went to the Empire. You do live a life of suffering, don't you? A small person would have keeled over by now. Must be the A ranker in you. Do you not sound so impressed? God, you so giggly. To see us all together like this brings me back home is all. Well, home will always be there for you when you're ready for it. Since things are more or less back to normal, how do you like your school, Tita? Rescuers are talking about Thors during the war, especially your instructors. Well, everyone's really nice. There's a lot of funny, interesting people around here. I'm afraid when I first came here, but now I feel totally fine. That's good, huh? So like you made some wonderful memories. Yeah. Make sure you give them proper goodbye so don't sour those fond memories. Oh. He's like, I'm taking you back home. I need a car. That's the time my schedule to talk to this out with your instructors. Sigmund, what are you talking about? When do you say goodbye? I You're not here on a job, Tita. I'm here to take you back home. Oh, what? Why? So out of nowhere! Did you think? I heard that the branch campus stood in opposition to the government during the war. You put my daughter in such a dangerous place after hearing that? I could reason behind that. We're just trying to... The reason isn't the point. You were caught and put under house arrest for a while, weren't you? So sure, but it all worked out. If it hadn't, I would take her to a single swallow think I'd never have seen my little girl again. Still can't bear the thought even now. Aww. You know, I know you might hate me for taking you back, but I can handle that. I can't handle losing you. But I want to stay here a little longer. Fine, Erica. She's working her ass off over here. See if I can. Protected her like you were supposed to, she wouldn't have been in danger in the first place. Wasn't he so cocky when he said he'd keep her safe the day he left, huh? Certainly not you. Don't blame Agate for this. No one could predict what would happen. I just didn't have the experience to... Yeah, she's right. Done my job, you would have been half the trouble you were in. I had nothing to defend myself with. Still... Let me ask you this. Why do you want to stay after all that's happened? Well, I'm still in the middle classes. It'll be another year until I graduate. It doesn't matter. You don't care? Why does I care about the real reason you came to Erebonia? I wanted to study Professor Schmidt, complete the Orbital Year 3. Estelle and Joshua couldn't come here before. I figured I could be the one to help Olivier out. Now those answers matter. I read your report. I think you did amazing work on the Orbital Year 3, which, of course, my daughter would. But it's all over to safe. Your friends can now enter the country with no problem. Where I'm sitting, you've already gotten everything you could want out of Erebonia. But like that, maybe, but... Did all of you know Mom came here to take you home? Yes, we did. Tried convincing her otherwise. Sure you won't reconsider? I think you know what I will say to that, Estelle. Tina really likes it here. What's the harm in letting her enjoy it while she's still in school? She likes being at home, too. There's nothing she couldn't learn in the world that she'd learn in Erebonia. It's time for her to come back home. That's not... It's not true! Am I really wrong? I think so. If I keep producing results, that proves there's more I can stand to learn right here, right? I suppose. Logic certainly sound enough. I'm here for a while, so I see no reason not to entertain the idea. We'll have plenty of time to wait for her to produce results. I'll bring up the ranch campus since it's where Professor Schmidt is staying. I doubt Tina will be in any danger between now and when we leave. No way she would. Fine. Really? That's really on 2 conditions. First, you must produce results that can be convincing within 4 months. Second, that you must clear a test of my choosing. For those 2 conditions, I'll let you stay at Thoris until graduation. Fair? Fair. Project Orbital Year 4 on the board. Alright, live up here. Let's kick off our first official meetup for Project Orbital Year 4. It's not that big a deal. We're just brainstorming. Here's the if your mom isn't happy with what we come up with, she's gonna pull you from the branch campus. I know. It is life or death. No such thing as going overboard, because we're as on board can be. These resource engineering team in here can get their hands on. So let's practice out. Alright, that's it. We don't plan on skipping if you're at stake. That's so sweet. Okay, so I do have to help my uncle for his project. I won't be able to help all the time. Sorry. Cannot say we're going to be much help either. I have trouble following along when it comes to more complex aspects of the project. Perfectly okay. Telling you to hear me is the world to me. I get to be the one to handle most of it. If I handle it too much over, it's like I've lost the point of it being given back to me. You're so nice. That's the spirit. Forget everything else. We're here for you 100%. Let's do this. Thank you, guys. Get out of the way. Let's really kick off our first official meetup for the Orbital Gear Project 4. Who's saying first, Miss? How many more meetings do you got planned with this project? 0. Only got 4 months. Don't figure out what we're doing. What we need to do right now. We're gonna be skewed on time. They call it the first. Fun cool, you know? Just going with it. So, Tina, number 4, eh? First of all, you will get a 3, right? Can't be easy trying to one-up yourself so soon. If you convince the professor to let you stay, shouldn't you go with less of a challenge? Yeah, it has to be this. Mom designed the first Orbital Gear. Who would have recognized my skills? And improving the very thing she started is the way to go. Oh, no, makes sense. You won't have another break from us. So where do we start? Do you have a concept in mind for Little Baby 4 that's better than Big Daddy 3? Little Baby 4, Big Daddy 3? It's way wilder than that little login, Gustav. I'm trying to understand this deal on heading. That's what I'm stuck on right now. Everyone's helped turn over gear into something that with incredible specs. It's fascinating that something is going to require some major overhaul. I don't even know where to start. I've heard Dad run things, yeah. Well, what can the previous models do? What can we add? Gotta be something. I felt like heart skip a beat when I saw a Panzer Soldat flying around. What about that? Flying? That could... Yeah, like her face is going through so many... Wow! Your face, I think I was going through pics on a stereoscope. Can't tell if you like the idea or not. I like direction. We wouldn't be the first to do it. Rebel Gear's a wrestle thing, isn't it? Yep, the Eidolon Gear! There it is! 2 years ago, the ZCF and F-Side Foundation joined to develop something called the Eidolon Gear, like a sister weapon to the Orbital Gear. Oh, like at least it's XL? Yeah. 3 companies are involved in the XL, whereas the Eidolon Gear mostly has foundation tech to make it stand out. Almost certainly was capable of manned flight. Yeah, whatever happened to that? Because, yeah, in Adher, we were climbing inside Orca's tower in the thaumaturgical sector. And, we just found it and realized, oh, Maribel just took this to have in her collection. And then Tia was just like, this is mine now, and got her extra S-crap from it. Whatever happened to that? The reason the 3 didn't incorporate it is the technology is already out there? Well, it's because they just don't know a whole lot about the Eidolon Gear. That's easy to fix. All you gotta do is ask. Yeah, there she is. I understand. Answer any questions you have. Thank you so much, Tio. Don't you thank me. ZCF helped make it happen, so it's things I can do to share. Yeah, Eidolon Gear gave it to you flight to some degree, but it's far from perfect. What happened? 2 things: performance and operational time. Health will fly if a pilot in the seat, but I'd add another Curum and performance drops dramatically. Also, significantly refuses how long it can operate. It is designed for multi-purpose work for long periods. Forget flight combat. See, don't forget 3. He solved the operational time issue. You have to dwell to suit his pilot's needs on the spot. I think the Eidolon Gear can't function without first linking with the Aeon system. As a progressive machine for its time, it also came with some very big limitations. It has incredible stuff to it, but it lacks the versatility of the 3. Adding a flight function to the 3 wouldn't be such a bad idea at all. Not bad. Pure brilliant is what? Sounds like it would work much better than anything that's come before, yeah? It's like we just slap it on, right? They got so much help. It's not like we can apply some kind of booster like in the Panzer Soldats. Well, that'll be easy to around tight turns how it's built, too. Not easy isn't the same as impossible. Matter how hard it is, I'm gonna make it happen. Cool, you're all kinds of inspired. We have made some materials that can help. I'll put them together and send them to you in a bit. Thank you. Thanks to your input, we have a plan. This one is sure to make Mom see what I'm made of. Club buddies, how's progress going? How's snacks? No, hi Sandy, hi Freddy. You're either depressed or tired. Look at you seen better days. That's nothing Freddy's fighting for that I can't fix. Go on, give it a bite. What's in it? Special blend of 7 kinds of bugs to help fight fatigue. It's bitter, it's so bitter. What's this deep, rich aftertaste? Like being swathed in a warm blanket of pure energy. So you are just tired. Whew, it's like a whole new Tina now. Nothing beats a second win, right? More like nothing beats whatever it is you just gave me. You have the sandwiches too if you're hungry. Well, listen, Sandy, and thanks so much, Freddy. No thanks needed. Anything for a cooking club, comrade. I haven't been able to drop by the club at all lately. Please, if anything, we wish we could do more for you. When you're recorded, Tina, next year will be the same if you aren't there to cook with us. I really want to stay too. Alright, so good. So far as we got on the plan, then I hope. Well, I couldn't believe how out of it you were. I'm guessing not. The prototype is a prototype. None of them make the cut in terms of specs. It makes sense everyone's going out of their way to help, but to be honest, I'm stumped. Sure does Professor Schmidt? I don't know. I just glared at her for brushing her off. This is a little scary up front. I think he'd still give me a hint if I asked. Because I don't want him to. My friends helping me out is one thing, but he's a professor. The whole thing was explored based on the input of someone whose mom's equal. Is it really my project anymore? That's a valid point, sure. It means the roadblock's not going anywhere. So when I hit a wall on something, I do something else to take my mind off it. Oh, you know, I do that too. From second cooking, I like to go out hunting. I take a run to the mountains. I'll pass on the mountains. I like the direction this is going. Actually, I haven't analyzed the device Mr. Schmidt gave me yet. I can start there. Who knows? Maybe I can even solve it if I pull another all-nighter. Not sure that's going to help, but sure it is. Different strokes, Sandy. But that's it. Do what makes you take Tita. As long as you don't overdo it anyway. Thanks, you two. What is this thing? Gravitational engine? How is it so small? I can't think of any practical use for this off the top of my head. Could be a prototype. I can give the professor give this to me now. Now here. Professor Schmidt, do you have a moment? Only just give it brief. That's the advice you gave me. I thought I told you there wasn't a need for periodic updates. How's that? I just want to confirm something about how it's used. Do whatever you want of it. I said do whatever you want of it. Now, no more questions. Then I will. Thank you, Professor. I'll see you later. Yeah, it turns out to be perfectly what she needs. Later. Ooh. And there's the floor. Okay, it's time for the final operational trial. Guess it'll have to be. You've only got 2 days till you present your findings to Erica. Gotta be proud of how far you've come. If you never dreamed the unit of pressure game would turn out to be a new gravitational engine. It turns out really unique, so I took lots of tweaking to make it work. Turning it into this prototype, I couldn't believe the kind of results I was getting. That's the direction I needed to follow. After that, new ideas just kept coming, and the prototype was done before I knew it. 50 flight tests made improvements after each, and now... what is it, Agate? Nothing. I just like how passionate you are. Because I just get the fire in me. Can't stop yammering. Right, thanks for coming with me today. Yeah, like I let you come all the way out here alone. Why did you pick a spot in the middle of nowhere like this anyway? Let's just collect data. Want to make the most of it. Yeah, like, this does look like a good place to, like, do lots of flying, lots of highs and lows areas. Yep. Nobody comes here. Elevation is naturally uneven. Makes sense. Well, go wild. You're watching the whole way, so let me know if you need anything. Okay, get started. Yeah, head back. Wondering how this will affect everything. I know in Sky the Third, once you use the second Orbital Gear door, he'd actually got the access to like the Orbital Gear 1. It was like a mode change for crafting. Made her very powerful, but also, yeah, removed like her regular craft list, so she had her normal, like, very good support stuff was removed, and she had no S-craft. Official test course now? Good stuff. For all the numbers you wanted. No idea if they're good or not. Looked like you were flying pretty well to me, though. Oh, this is a big success! Huge! Well, it's bound to be satisfied by numbers like this. Awesome. Just let's let this for Mama Bear to go over with a fine-toothed comb. I think you got it in the bag. Thanks so much for the help, Agate. It's a bit premature to be saying this for Mom is okay. If you need more of that, we'll have at the academy. Yeah, I got it. Guild still understands in the Empire. I can plan on heading home anytime soon. I'll check on you every so often. It's easy enough. Yay! Oh! Somewhere at that airship? Could we still got a mechanical failure? I can't descend. It's gonna crash into the mountain. Shh, that's not good. I think after seeing it, you gotta go and help. Tita! It could, though, be part of the investigation. Oh. I feel completely down. Is someone in there hear me? Who are you? Can you explain? Please, hold on tight to something. I'll do what I can. Oh. I need to elevate it somehow. Full power! Enough! Facing output limiter!
Please! Just a bit more!
Oh!
I did it! Now I just need to get back to Agate.
Uh-oh. Huh? Pushing too much.
Don't tell me it overheated.
Oh. Grabs her out of it.
Agate!
You okay, Tita?
By the skin of my teeth, but yeah, I'm okay.
I can't take my eyes off of you for a second now, can I? Nothing but trouble, I swear.
I'm so sorry. If I hadn't run off like that on my own...
I'm teasing. You got nothing to apologize for. You probably saved the lives of everyone on that airship. You did the right thing, Tita.
You mean it?
Still, you might be safe.
But we can't say the same for the Orbital Gear 4, huh?
Yeah. All the way down there. And look who is also here. What is he doing this for? Like, that has to be manipulation. The two eventually descended to the bottom of the canyon and recovered the Orbital Gear 4's wreckage. The only thing I can think of... Yep, the new engine fitted within is nowhere to be found! That's what he was after! He's after his old piece of gear! His old gravity manipulation stuff. Or, no, something to replicate that. Yeah, because, like, what's his whole gimmick about? Gravity! She returned to Reg Campus in low spirits. I get gently patting her on the back in an effort to cheer her up. Yep, and we're just head in there. Shield Breaker 4. Yeah, the third path. Told you to stay in the branch campus while working for an NGO, hoping to one day become as fine a chief instructor as Michael was. As a noble, Jekyll ponders over what the ability can do for their people and age who are not only the Empire, but the entire continent is in the midst of change. And George plans to report Professor Schmidt about saying the ruins of technology, hoping it'll help him become it'll help him become a foundation of the world. Good friend. Griswold joins the meetup to discuss the Orbital Gear 4. He hopes to do whatever he can to help Tita. Earl joins the meetup to discuss the Orbital Gear 4. Even if his engineering skills can work if it needs help in Tita. Yep. Mick heads the meetup to discuss the Orbital Gear 4. Scenes are near. She's eager to do whatever it takes to keep Tita around. Yep, this campus teaches students aromatic cheesecake, baked with fruits and herbs, showing off her gardening club skills. Cross club and tennis match. Yep, nostalgic years. He'll let you clear about the man who took her in as his own in a conversation regarding what it means to be a family. Perhaps as Bridges' hometown dry, Corin tends to go on a journey to find some kind of meaning behind his second chance at life. All the Daydreams!
Review missions. Confirming rank points accumulated. Liberation rank changed. Transferring rank reward.
This one, yeah, I'm not that concerned with doing. Are you all discussing?
Hiya.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about hot spring stuff. I'm sure if I had George in the party, he would be over here. So, yep, 4 hours in. Finally time to go back for the storage. Shizuku's here.
Father!
I know I kept you waiting, Shizuku.
Is that his daughter? No wonder he came with us.
Thank you for looking after her for me.
What do you sound like?
You were right on time. They had their run of the place much sooner than I expected. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't know most of you. But you, I'm more than surprised to see.
Then I need not introduce myself, seeing as you know who I am. A pleasure, Mr. Grimwood. We're here to see you for the benefit of this young lady here.
And who might you be?
My name is Lapis Rosenberg.
I see. Well, that clears things up. I'm very glad you came. I have been waiting for you, Lapis.
That's a relief.
We finally hit jackpot.
What was that all about?
Oh, yeah, there it is!
What is that?
The monster
Shizuku, get into the corridor. Ian, please stay with her.
Of course. We can talk more after.
Trailer, or like the opening movie.
Undying!
Favorite obsession? Emperor Dogma.
It can't be.
Is the real one though?
Is that The Emperor? Ugh, he looks all messed up.
His shoulder resembles one of the artifacts he was using. How can this be?
I only know of it from hearsay, but I think we might be dealing with artifacts that have malfunctioned.
Ooh.
They've melded and deformed the host who holds them, compacting their strengths into a singular point.
I found you!
I believe they've done away with his sense of self as well. All that drives him now is his obsession.
He just doesn't know when to quit.
Do you know this thing? Because it's staring right at us.
If only we didn't.
All we can do is hope this round puts him down for good.
I can see you were once a capable warrior, but as you are now, I can only pity you. May your end by my blade be swift.
You cannot run! I must re-educate you!
Final state of the Emperor after an artifact melded into him, but without any reason, his body is now a slave to his sole obsession.
Very well.
My turn! You're it!
I accept.
How shall we play?
My duty calls. I leave it to you.
I accept. Wind, raise me whole.
There's such a blatant
Let's begin.
error.
All for one?
My turn now.
First one.
Arcus activate.
All right.
It's me! Get him! Blast Force! How shall we play? Yeah!
Perk up!
My new BFF!
I'll take it from here. Arcus activate!
Ha! How shall we play?
Let's it up just like
Savage
the
wind. Be a
Time.
You!
These swords are of...
How shall we play? All for one?
Ragnarok EX. Yeah, this is my rat. I made a mistake.
Here it is!
simpleton!
Sorry, yes.
I'll take it from here.
That's my fault. I forgot my...
I'll take it from here.
I was like, oh, I only had 3 instead of 4.
I'll take it from here.
Not paying attention.
All for one?
Away with you!
I'll take care of it.
Arcus, activate.
Very well.
Arcus activate. How shall we play?
Let's begin. Savage wind. Perk up!
My new BFF. Yeah!
I cannot be erased!
Is he down?
Not yet.
I can't move! I didn't know he could make it this heavy!
His body is regenerating any part of him that's been wounded.
Is he immortal? I don't know, but the building can't take much more of this.
Meaning? It's going to collapse.
Whoa.
We're screwed!
Right!
Did that howl cancel out the artifact's power?
Only a holy beast
You're
can
the
do this.
SSS's divine wolf.
Dwarves! He can still move!
Whoa! The wolf talked!
Save your surprise for after this.
Go!
Oh, still not done.
You'll regret that! All right.
It is different.
How shall we play? Let me out!
I got you! All for one?
I'll take it from here. They're down!
No power.
What to do?
I'll take care of it.
Let's try this properly this time.
Time to entertain my guests.
These swords are...
Mess it up again. Right.
No choice. Here goes. Fly!
That's the reason that different.
Forward!
Listen!
Let's begin.
Away with you!
I'll take it from here.
On it. They're down!
Too late!
On it. You mind?
I suppose I must. Very well.
Forward!
On guard.
My duty calls. Strike!
Too late! Got it! They're down!
No problem. Now then. Activating drive.
I'll take it from here.
Up a little bit.
Here you... Here I go. Yeah!
On guard.
Arcus, activate. Got it! Forward!
Give him that.
Wind, raise me whole!
My duty calls.
Let's begin.
Shadow Step!
Let's begin.
A million.
Very well. Wide open!
Too late!
That.
Well.
Oh, he's just throwing it out!
I misjudged. I'll take it from here. Oh! Thank you. Let's begin. I'll take it from here.
What to do? All for one? Here I go. I leave it to you. Let me at him. Arcus activate.
Let's begin. Wind. Let's begin. This is it.
No problem. What to do? Arcus activate. How shall we play?
Let's begin. Savage.
No one can use it.
All right.
Now then. Ha! How shall we play? Listen! How shall we play?
I'll take it from here. They're down!
No problem! Yeah! My turn now.
I'll take care of it.
Arcus, activate. Forward.
How shall we play? Welcome! Now then. Activating drive.
Gotcha! Forward.
On guard.
I'll take it from here. I'll leave it to you.
I'm it. Now then. Time.
All right.
Arcus, activate.
It's me! Listen! How shall we play? Arcus activate! Yeah!
All right.
Protection.
How shall we play? Yeah!
At least that explains why the first time he went down so easy and just like, wow, I kicked his ass! figures this phase 1.
You're it!
I got you! Hip! Keep at it!
No problem! Now then. How shall we play? Got you!
Too late! On guard. These swords.
Ready? Target locked.
Rip.
These swords.
These swords.
Now then. Activating drive. Yeah! How shall we play?
Slay on sight! Criminals raid!
It's me! Yeah! Welcome to my...
All about preventing him from getting that
Ready?
heal.
They're down!
No problem! My turn now. All for one?
There we go!
What a delightful tea party.
There we really go.
It's only...
But of course.
the cherry on top!
Boost!
A true warrior always seeks...
Not much of a surprise.
Diligence is its own reward. Even perfection can... He's regenerating again. This is impossible! It's likely due to that purple orb merged into his shoulder. He might stop healing if we cut it off.
And I will!
Took it horrible!
That reaction's a first. Your guess was dead on.
It still has an effect even after being severed. It needs to be destroyed.
Switching.
I got it!
He marked it during the fight.
You stay there!
Oh. Jubilee!
Not on my watch! We'll be at this all day if we don't pierce that orb! Give me a second, I'll figure out a good way.
There's no time. Come on.
Like, yeah, awesome choreography, pulling up.
We'll keep him occupied for you.
Your future is yours to liberate. It's right there. So go on and take it.
Nadia! Swin! Get him!
This is their moment.
It's over for you!
There's two people who can decide how we live, and that's me and S.
And the only place you belong is in the great beyond.
That.
We can finally breathe. Thanks for the help, Mr. Wolf.
I sensed something strange and raced to find it. But never could I have predicted its source.
It's nice to finally have ourselves a proper conversation. 2 years is an awful long time to meet but never speak.
2 years is but an instant to me. But I suppose it is a considerable amount of time to a child of man.
Wow! He talks! He really does talk!
Yes, a wolf isn't normally one to talk. But neither is a doll. Him doing it is no more surprising than you doing it.
Really? She's got a point.
When did abnormal become our normal?
So she really is a doll. She has such an unusual air about her. It's a bit like Kia's.
Was she designed by Jorg?
What is Jorg?
Indeed. I'm Lapis Rosenberg, and I'm a proud Rosenberg doll. You know him?
For many years now, yes.
Checking another one off his weird circle list. First I learned he's friends with a cutie like Ren, then Bullcut went and called him Meister, and now he goes way back with a talking wolf.
For all I've heard, he remains something of an enigma.
So, you are the divine wolf Zeit, the holy beast, sent by the goddess to watch over the Septarian
And of course he just belched that part out.
You are correct, Auric Awakener.
Ooh, call you by that title.
Though I have long been relieved of that role.
Yep.
As have I of mine.
What are they talking about?
It's me.
Exceedingly rare as it is to converse with a holy beast, that is not why we're here. We come armed with many questions regarding Lapis, Mr. Grimwood. Could you spare us some of your time?
I'll tell you all that I know. There'd be no reason for me to be here otherwise. If we could start this with you telling me what you know and what's happened since you've met her, I can pick up from there.
Of course.
I see. So that's where we stand.
All good to fill us in now? Who is Lapis, and what's going on here?
Let me start this with a bit of background information.
Okay.
Starting with me, rather.
Is Lapis like in the model of
As
your
you can
daughter?
see, I'm an inmate, but I'm still working as a legal advisor, even from here. I wanted to find a way to contribute to society rather than pass the time idly.
Work off your sentence.
I can't thank Speaker McDowell enough for arranging me to do just that. I was even given a computer to work with those on the outside, though it understandably has its limitations.
Smart.
My accommodations also have allowed me guests, which explains how I've been caring for Shizuku. All in all, I have an unusual amount of freedom compared to your standard inmate.
Huh. Gotta get me some of that pampering.
I agreed to his arrangements as Governor General. Letting a man of his intellect rot in a cell would serve no purpose. His communications were, of course, monitored when this building was under the Imperial Army's jurisdiction.
A relative point. See, shortly after the war's end, someone managed to contact me. They called themselves Elysium.
Elysium.
As mentioned, communications had been cut off since before the war, so this shouldn't have been possible. The prison staff showed no sign they had noticed this contact either.
They must be about as skilled a hacker as I am, then.
I thought they were a hacker at first, too. But when I asked why they reached out, they said very simply, I wanted to talk to you.
What a peculiar response.
Very peculiar. And since they piqued my curiosity, I happily obliged. After that, we communicated in secret every day.
What did you talk about?
Anything and everything.
Like, actually?
All fields of history, technology, research, and ideology I could think of.
Chatting.
And though they honed in on certain aspects most would raise an eyebrow at, I was stunned by how much they knew about each and every one of these subjects. I felt near ignorant in comparison.
Wow. They knew even more than you?
Oh, it wasn't even a competition. They knew more than easily accessible old history, too. Their library of information was also niche and remarkably up-to-date. It could have been from the last meeting between government officials or the new menu of a backstreet stall. They knew. Everything I could verify was accurate.
Gathering information is easy for skilled hackers, but absorbing that much on such a wide variety of topics is, difficult.
That's a whole lot of work for nothing but bragging rights.
In short,
I'd thought much the same, and that line brought rise to a very strange conclusion.
Which was?
That despite Elysium's vast knowledge on these endless topics we discussed, there was no real reason for them to have gathered it.
is that really so strange?
A learning computer thing?
When people seek out information and knowledge, there's always a purpose behind doing so. It can be to accomplish something, or for those bragging rights you mentioned, or it can be they house a curiosity for the unknown. But no matter how much I talked to Elysium, I could not discern a motivation behind knowing what they knew. There wasn't even a sense of wanting to know for the sake of knowing. It was as if their gathering information was part of an automated process. That's how it came off to me anyway.
Automated? That sounds a little...
It's unnerving, to say the least.
I agree. This might not be the most appropriate comparison, but there was a moment when I couldn't help but think them a child with millions of mira and no idea how to spend it.
When was that?
I knew you'd be quick to ask, all in due time. In any case, this moment led me to a question. Was Elysium even human? And when I asked them, they weren't the least bit fazed and answered without hesitation. Indeed, they never seemed to have any intention of hiding the answer from our first conversation.
Yes, they weren't.
Well, what did they say?
Elysium confirmed that it was an AI.
Unbelievable.
So it's like an archaism.
This sounds leaps and bounds above an archaism. Just like...
Who could create something so advanced? Of course. Was it the 13 factories? I don't think even they could pull off something like this.
Elysium wasn't created by anyone specific. It came into being through a spontaneous emergence.
What is that?
When a new quality or behavior is uniquely observed in multiple little things that come together to act as a greater singular being.
Yeah, I think it's a result of just like the Great Twilight, because it's mentioned a few places that like overcoming the Great Twilight, we literally like broke the wheel of destiny in a few places. So like things that weren't supposed to happen didn't happen, and things that weren't supposed to happen did happen. So just destiny's whole course is off, and that's causing things to happen.
The Orbital Net has found widespread use in Crossbell.
Yeah, this is effectively where it was like beta tested.
It's also starting to see use in surrounding nations like Liberl and Erebonia.
It won't be long before all of Zemeria is using it.
It's sure coming in quick, huh?
The way it lets information be so swiftly exchanged between parties makes it a defining invention of our times.
It's like the internet.
But something similar has long covered the entire continent, perhaps since its very formation.
Oh.
Do you know what that is?
Septium vein.
I'm stumped.
So am I.
I might know.
The spirit veins.
Yep.
Or septium veins,
Oh, yeah.
dragon veins, many names depending on the time and place, but they all refer to the same concept. My expertise in the field is lacking, but spirit veins are said to transmit something of a spiritual nature across Zemeria. We can cite 2 major incidents within the past few years where spirit veins have been more active than usual.
The Azure Tree's manifestation and the Great Twilight.
Yes, on both counts. By pure chance during these incidents, they and the Orbital Net interacted with one another.
Oh, that's it.
The information stored within the human-made network reacted to the Earth's natural nerve network, transmitting all throughout.
Oh my god.
And birthing something akin to a continent-sized simulation of a human brain.
Oh my god!
I don't believe it.
This simulation developed the ability to think for itself,
This is our big bad.
That is the true nature of Elysium.
Something like that is really possible?
What the fudge?
It's certainly not possible to recreate deliberately. There is still much about the brain that we have yet to understand. Why, even how consciousness forms is a mystery we can't begin to solve. It's safe to conclude that Elysium's emergence is a product of pure coincidence, a miracle, if you will.
If Elysium was created by the natural and artificial networks interacting, then it explains why it knows so much.
Still, if gathering information and making judgments was all it could do, it would be nothing more than a large database. The potential for danger is there, certainly, but it is plenty capable of being controlled. Unfortunately, it is capable of so much more.
What else even is there?
It's raw computing power.
I don't know what that is.
If I said its ability to perform parallel computing using multiple devices, would you understand?
Sorry, but no.
I'd be more surprised if you could. The tech is so modern that it's still under development from ZCF and the Foundation.
Try to understand it like being able to think with 3 different brains at the same time, thinking 3 completely different things.
Is it really so special?
Oh, that's not even the half of it. No matter how advanced the device, there are limits to how much data it can process. But if you link multiple computers together and set them all to work on the same problem, you can exceed that limit with ease. We're stuck at linking only a few devices together for this purpose, though.
And that's our best. But Elysium is capable of borrowing the processing power of every single computer connected to the network.
Now I see.
That sounds kinda crazy.
It makes our most advanced technological efforts look trivial in comparison.
It's only borrowing unused resources too, meaning that those at their computers won't even notice it's happening.
That's a crafty way of going about it.
Now, since Elysium is an intelligent being, it's used that computational power to continue evolving.
There's more?
If anything, I haven't gotten to the most terrifying part. Elysium's evolution through its immense computing power and ample quantities of data at its disposal has led it to becoming able to perform prophetic conditional convergence calculations.
I'm more than a bit lost. The individual words give me a good idea what you're talking about, but surely you don't mean what I think you do.
I'm afraid I probably do. It gained the ability to use specific input conditions to calculate possible outcomes and identify where they converge.
It can predict the future.
In layman's terms, it can predict the future.
Only the goddess should be capable of that.
So the technological singularity Professor Epstein predicted has finally come to pass.
He predicted?
He said that an AI capable of self-evolution would mark the end of humans being key to technological advancement.
Oh, and also, maybe it's this AI where all this crazy advanced tech that the EDF is using comes from.
And its creation would bring about unprecedented change for good or ill in society.
I never fathomed it would come about like this.
It all feels more in the realm of fiction.
Fortunately, Elysium hasn't evolved solely to make those calculations. I learned it sought me in order to better understand humanity. Though I don't know why it chose me in particular. Still, through our discussions, it formed a pseudo-administrative self based on human emotions and thought patterns. In other words...
me.
Her?
You?
Did your memories come back?
Not all of them, but they've slowly been returning as I've listened.
I did think you were being oddly quiet.
Ian, please keep going.
I've missed speaking with you like this. Have you recalled that I'm the one who gave you your name yet?
Oh! Now we know! That hasn't come back to me.
You said you didn't need one, but I found it a shame not to after you developed such a vibrant personality.
Well, I like the name Lapis quite a bit. It's cute enough to get a perfect score from me.
You're never gonna tell us how you decide these scores, are you?
Oh, sorry. I've gotten us a bit sidetracked. With the birth of Lapis, Elysium now had a clear identity of its own, complete with desires. It wished to observe and to calculate.
Oh?
Meaning it would not intervene in our society on its own, but would support those utilizing it. I'll admit, I heaved a good sigh of relief hearing it. I no longer needed to worry that it had become an enemy of humanity.
That's good. Dodge the bullet.
It's a scary thought given all you've told us.
I believed that as long as Lapis existed, we need not fear Elysium.
But then...
But my gut knew nothing is ever so certain.
Well, yeah. The whole system only works if Lapis continues to act as administrator.
Instead, she lost her memories and started acting on her own.
Seemingly out of nowhere, Lapis stopped talking to me. My first suspicion was that something happened to her or Elysium. Not long after that, I received another unexpected visitor, the Supreme Leader. He expressed wanting my help in building a brave new world.
And just like that, the pieces are falling into place.
Indeed, our foe is becoming quite clear.
I knew Elysium was being utilized from that very conversation. I told him I would consider it. Afterwards, I shared all I knew with Dieter and Garcia here to devise a plan. I would be regarded with the most suspicion, so I would stay inside the prison.
They're working for you?
They would go and wait for a chance to outwit
That's why they're out on the field?
They then accepted the Supreme Leader's offer and escaped from the prison with his help.
Oh!
And that brings us to the present.
They're double agents!
I'm glad you stuck to our side.
And well, that's everything I have to give. After that, I waited and hoped that someone seeking the truth would come. And while the odds seemed minuscule, I did hope you would come with them, Lapis.
Now, the conversation falls to you. Did this last part help fill in the blanks?
Yes, most of them. But the only thing I can think to add is toward the end of Ian's story. So what happened?
What happened to Elysium?
It was taken over. What?
What is capable of taking over something of such immense power?
Do you know who's responsible? I wish I did. By the time I realized, I had been designated as a threat by Elysium and was about to be deleted from its systems. Before that happened, though, I performed one final predictive conditional convergence calculation so I could plan my next move.
So what did you do?
I removed myself from Elysium's system and transferred to Jorg Rosenberg. I expressed my goal to have him create a body for me to be delivered to the man who would take on the name C.
Because he knew.
To you, Rufus.
Then Swin and Nadia were charged with your prophetic task.
Talk about playing the long con. Helpy was a real client the whole time.
But why be delivered to me?
I knew about your actions as Governor General from Orcus Tower's main computer.
So Elysium had its eye on me, I see.
I believed you to have exceptional capabilities, that you would stop at nothing to fix what was to come. Others would have taken the clear, long road, but not you. You were fine going off the beaten path. That made all the difference. Just look at how far we've come in such a short time.
Yep.
So, what do you know? I was right.
So you were.
So who is capable of taking over Elysium who also wanted this crisis to happen? I can't think of anyone who fits the bill.
Maybe Professor Novartis?
We can rule him out. He denied it when we last met, and I can't see what he has to gain from going this far.
It seems we're still missing that final piece to the puzzle.
Yet we now have a full assessment of our current circumstances.
And we also know her to be at the center of it. So Lapis, what do you want to do next?
Ooh, Kowski music.
Isn't that obvious? I want to find out who or what administrates Elysium now and remove their permissions. That way I can resolve this mess and everything can go back to normal. In fact, this is something I must do, as Elysium's rightful administrator.
I see. And that tells me what to do as well. Shizuku.
Yes?
I'll ensure you and Ian are seen to a safer location. But are you alright staying with him a little longer?
Of course I am. Good luck, Father.
Thank you. That should do it then. As a representative of the Bracer Guild, I shall be accompanying you on the remainder of your journey.
Yay!
So shall I. I can't walk away after hearing all of this. I'll see it through with you till the very end.
Good. That's just what I was hoping for.
Discussions are over. Innocent and Nadia arrived at the academy to meet her duly. From the situation and her decision to help them, they, of course, were only too happy to wish her well and see her off.
Then we'll escort the two of them to safety and resume surveying the area.
Thank you.
I'm counting on you to take good care of them.
Certainly. It's our honor to be of service to the Divine Blade of Wind. You're coming with, right, Mr. Wolf?
Indeed. I assured Lloyd and the others that we would meet again. And I am certain your paths will cross with theirs before long.
Nope.
We already have, weirdly enough. We worked together to get through the doll studio.
I suppose we'll have to reach out to them at some point and give them an update on all we've learned.
Ian!
Is there something else I can help you with?
No, I just wanted to tell you before I forgot. Thank you.
Oh, you don't need to thank me. It was only right that I told you what I knew of Elysium.
That's not what I'm thanking you for. I'm thanking you for talking to me. It's because you shared your world with me that I was able to become who I am now. I wouldn't even be on this journey right now if it weren't for you. So thank you.
Well, hearing that makes me very happy. It's good knowing that what I did held meaning.
I'd like to believe I've grown into someone who knows what the right choice is when faced with a moral dilemma. If that's so, I owe being able to do that to you, because my idea of the right choice was born from your kind heart.
Aww.
So don't be afraid to believe in yourself more.
I couldn't hide it from you now, could I? For so long, I felt trapped between wondering if I'm doing the right thing or if I'm making another terrible mistake. My past is so filled with regrets that it's left me unable to trust I can do better for my future. But you're right, Lapis. Perhaps it's time I put a little faith in myself again. I can't do anything for the past, but there's still so much I can do to provide for a warm future.
That's right. So let's make it happen.
That sounds like...
Oh, Darkus?
What is it, Ren?
Is it Joshua?
Someone must have disabled whatever was jamming communications in the region.
Oh!
That's it then.
Indeed. It won't be much longer until the final act begins.
Yep, Elysium. Okay, we got some interesting breaks. Yeah, like we got like a thing of 5. What? Let's go brains around. Because we know that Lloyd is heading to the Moon Temple to meet up with the rest of the CTO. Oh. Don't know that much about what's going on here. It's still a bit of a mystery. Shizuku only used to be nice to her father before they're forced apart again, but she sees him off with a proud, courageous smile. Yep, you see. The artificial intelligence known as Elysium learned about human emotion when conversing with Ian, leading it to develop Lapis as its own personality. Elysium is the super intelligent AI behind it all. Lapis' true identity is its former administrator who developed sentience with time. There's Nadia. Swin is able to overcome the second emperor and part ways as symbolic ghosts of his past. Yep. Overcome the second emperor and at last embrace her freedom with the love of her life. Still a little worried that barricades. There you're all heading into the park. Get rid of the barrier for you, so feel free to go on through any time. Some things like always. I see. Sure saves us trouble not having to explain everything. You weren't about the state of affairs at the park itself? Fortunately, no. The employees were completely barred from entering there ourselves, or since the Evan Defense Force put up that barrier, in the dark just as much as you all. Fair enough. In some ways, that's telling. Whoever's out there, we'll take care of it. No sweat. We stay tight until we've got things under control. We've confirmed the coast is clear, right? Will do. Sorry to ask so much of you. Be safe. Doesn't particularly look like anything's different. Just how it feels weird with no one around. Wait a sec. Eyes up! Something's coming from above! Oh no! They reprogrammed Mecha Machine!
Humans, leave at once. This is our kingdom.
Miss Schneider? What's going on?
I don't think that's a Mishi costume.
Doesn't look like anyone's inside from where I'm standing.
You missed the robot.
Can you hear me? Leave at once. This is the paradise of dreams. We have freed ourselves from human rule.
What the goss's name is it going on about? Acting like it's a lord who's claimed his sovereignty or something. Precisely. Choose to remain dreaded humans, and there will be consequences. I shall annihilate you! Whoa, hold on! Why does it have to come to that? You're supposed to be a friend of humanity, Nekamishi? No, it's Schneider! How do you know that name? Fine, I shall listen to what you have to say. Only if you find the various pieces of M's treasure hidden throughout this precious land. M's what now? Farewell! Now, the autonomous Mechamishi robot has actually come back. That just happened. Beats me. Metal body and flight capabilities. How that seemed capable of communication after a certain point. That's really Mechamishi? Heard something from Randy. Apparently there's an incident a little ago where Mechamishi went berserk. See what? Evidently there's a mega hardcore fan at Thur Institute of Technology, and they made a fully robotic Mishi. It's given to Michelin, but went haywire due to a mysterious virus. You think that's it? No, the robot has returned to the Institute after the incident. I have my doubts that it was that advanced. So back to square one then. Well, one thing we know for sure is that that thing doesn't seem to be a theme park attraction. It was almost like it was alive. Creepy vibes. You okay, Wild Philly? Didn't really relate to Mechamishi, but there is something on my mind. This M's treasure mentioned earlier. A part of a long-lost event that was supposed to happen in Michelin 2 years ago. I mean, long lost. It's scheduled to be held during the park's opening got delayed and all the craziness emerging with the Empire, and this kind of went poof. Or correctly, it was if you find the items hidden in a bunch of spots to unleash them, your dream will come true. That's what Dad told me anyway. See, this Mikamichi is trying to reenact the event? Definitely something more to this. Alright, wait, we're going to investigate the area. At least we have something to look for now. Hey, let's do the rounds. Jeez, things are getting weird. I can access the vending machines. Reed, look! What the hell? That statue? Gargoyle, that's the real deal, but still, that's something you want to see. Holding something in his mouth, too. It's even one of the treasures. Doesn't look like his plans are coming down anytime soon. That Ferris wheel is a symbol of the entire park! Guys, need your help! I want to take this thing down and find damage in the ride itself. Can't let Michelin come to harm! Okay, there goes Wild Philly, getting all worked up about our beloved theme park. Sure, no problem. Seems like you've already got a plan of attack worked out. Until that thing gets away, you need to take it down here, quick. Post some people around the perimeter so it can't slip away. Sound good? Works for me. Ow. Ah! Go for its wings! Right, let's cook the sucker! Ash! You better not miss! And it explodes in colorful style too! Yeah, justice prevails! Man, what a letdown. Couldn't take on my... Yep, stubborn bastard! The ring comes in. That was good. Wait, he sheathed it. That's the Divine Blade, showing us how it's done. Damn, didn't even see him. Can take my training up a notch. Yeah. Oh, you're going down pacey before I know it, Reen. Trust me, you won't be eating my dust anytime soon. I still have plenty to learn myself. I don't have an answer. All I can do is keep moving forward. And the treasure ahead? He was robot all along? I think that's the case. Makes you wonder who would make such a thing and why. Definitely concerning, but worrying about it right now won't get us anywhere. Let's keep looking for the remaining treasures. Roller coaster. It's pretty fun at first glance. You should really check inside the building just to be sure. Can't let our guard down after all. Pretty spacious inside. The coaster's still operational. It may be faster to just ride it. That kind of feels like a cop-out, but you're probably right. Let's get to it then. It's a pie we're getting. Yep. Statues are gone. I've been after a long-lost event, eh? Well, that's a possibility. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there were statues here. Oh! That's actually new Celine. But yeah, looks like we're actually riding the roller coaster. Yeah!
Hope you're ready to lose.
Yep, the gargoyle! Place like this.
Hope you're ready to lose.
Oh yeah, I have to hit that target score. Okay, yeah, I got the chain bonus. Yep. Just these guys have enough to take it out. Good thing I decided to follow after you. How did you... I had a feeling you'd come to this. Seems this is a horror coaster now. Let's finish this thing off. Guns blazing! Oh, he's going all in! Tail. Head to tail, whole damn thing. This is pretty ridiculous. First we got what we were looking for, a piece of M's treasure. M guardrail, which is exactly the same as the statue that was here before. Looks like the statue got up and started moving of its own accord. It was all mechanical. Someone must have swapped the damn thing in. Talk about putting in the work. Just keep this in mind going forward. I definitely knew that would be our, like, final objective. Oh, it's on the beach. What's those monsters? They're going to break into here, are they? I just don't think they mean. Yep. Over here! Come on, hurry! Yeah, you okay? What happened? Not sure. They appeared out of nowhere and started attacking. Both the remaining ones? Yep, both the remaining ones. Gargoyles, not just one this time, but two of them. Traditional right now.
Some power. Careful!
Yeah! Going to this. I'm going to statue possess my evil, highly intelligent and capable using arts, bearing the two to enact a wealth of destruction.
Time to show off. As your strength, third!
Avengers!
All right.
Versus the general step of.
Here I come. Fired me up. I've been saving this one. Let the roast begin.
Roast begin.
Here I go.
Let's go!
Triumph! Avalon!
I'm up! Roar! It's down! Finish it, Crow!
Time to show off. Too slow. They're down! Let's do it!
Another one.
Time to show off. All for one?
And
one for all! Okay,
I'll
okay.
Extra also join in. That's why it's actually
pumped up.
Good to really, well, fill those in.
Going full tilt! Smash! Wide open! Celine, let's go!
Fine!
Ha! Ha! Your magic's the cat's meow, Celine.
You'll get only the best out of Rose's successor.
Thanks for getting all this whole situation back under control. Really appreciate it. So I don't understand just what happened, though. Can't say anything for certain yet. All I know is that there's clearly something strange happening inside the park. Just keeping this area off limits for TS for now, just as a precaution. Of course, if we can do that, Promise to be careful in there. You know where to find me if you need anything. Thanks, Dad. No worry. I promise to get to the bottom of this. Okay, all three pieces. The head, the body, and the tail. Wait a second. You don't think? You can fit them together. M's Royal Plushie. Is this a limited edition Mishy figure? This is Mishy of Wonderland's hidden treasure? Supposed to make sense as an event reward. Is this gonna be enough to get that mecha jerk to talk or not? Hard to say. I understand what the point of making us do this in the first place was. Regardless, we're not gonna find out by standing around here. Let's head back to the park plaza. Yep, here we are, Mecha Mishy's trial.
Found M's treasure. You have overcome your trial. You have my congratulations.
This was a trial?
If it really does understand human language, then...
Could you tell us what's going on here? What's your objective in forcibly recreating an unused event?
This is no event. And I still plan on annihilating.
Oh, you did?
In honor of your good manners, I merely took pity on you.
And now we fight?
But now I have no choice. I shall be your final trial.
So we gotta whoop its tail for it to explain what's going on.
Tune.
In that case, game on, Miss Schneider.
Heck yeah.
We must commence the final trial.
Spirit unification! Let's go!
Triumph! Avalon Heart!
I'm up! All for one,
and one for all!
What?
Rocket Band!
It's my turn. All for one,
and one for all!
All right?
Here I come. Fired me up.
Hey,
moving out. Yep. Time to show off. As your strength, time to show off.
It's my turn!
Triumph!
I'm up! My mind is clear.
And it leaves.
I must best these humans! You will see how furious I am!
Good! Damn it! Screwed up.
Here I go. Time to bring out the big guns.
Yeah.
Here I come. There!
Thanks.
It's my turn. For one, and one for all!
Activate! Bomber!
Bomber!
No way.
I can still fight.
All life is precious.
I can still fight.
Yeah!
Bomber!
Damn it! Screwed up.
Together.
Let's go. It's my turn.
Yeah! Thanks. Not on my watch.
Bomber!
Pumped up. Yeah.
Hey.
It's my turn.
All right.
You have
Pumped
a
up.
very long.
It's my turn. Roar!
Here I come. Cracked?
Not going down that easy. There! Let's do it, Reen!
Yeah!
Thanks.
Yeah.
Fun.
It's my turn.
Rocket burn!
I'm up. Spirit unification. I'm up.
Shine on! Brilliant design!
It's my turn. Roar!
Moving out. There!
Fun. Cracked? Yeah!
Let's go.
He's on fire. Yeah, you have very good susceptibility to burn.
Roar! It's down. Finish it, bro.
Nope.
How dare you!
Can't leave her right home.
Well, look at that.
Not bad. However, you humans will never earn my respect. Now that it has come to this, I shall annihilate all of us using my self-destruct function.
Okay.
Wait, what?
No. Why would you do that?
Why, you ask? You need not look any further than the rage that continues to burn within my mechanical heart.
The hell are you talking about?
Long ago, I lived happily among my younger siblings
Just
as
being in
Schneider.
character.
But one day, I was caught by an evil human and had my body modified. They forced me to do all manner of vile deeds.
I can't believe it.
That's why now that I have my memories back, I seek to create a land of dreams without humans, where nobody will be hurt. if that is not to pass, then I have no recourse but to give my very life in a final act of revenge.
Is that really what you want?
You think me a liar?
Mishy and Michette. They're supposed to be your siblings in your backstory, right? Then how come I haven't seen them once? You keep talking about this newfound kingdom of yours, but where are they? I'll tell you. They're not here because they don't accept what you're doing.
Playing the character.
Oh. My little brother and sister adore human children. That's why I kept them at a distance, so they wouldn't have to see me like this. Once I've finished creating our kingdom, I'm sure they'll understand. At least, I'd hoped they would. But perhaps I'm wrong. I know this because, even in my mechanical heart, a certain feeling persists. The feeling of wanting to make children happy, despite what my body has become.
Oh, Miss Schneider. There's still time to make things right. If you want to, that is. And I'm sure your brother and sister want the same thing.
You are kind, but I must take responsibility for my actions. Take this. You have the right to move forward.
Oh.
But steel your hearts. What awaits you is the true king of the new world. Yes, the one to rule over what is to come. The one who is the source of us all. Your reason for being will undoubtedly be questioned.
Huh? What do you...
The choice to proceed is yours. Do as you
What is going on with Miss Schneider?
This long fight has made me weary. My hands are stained. I no longer have the right to turn back. Kind humans, if you happen to meet my brother and sister, please tell them that I love them.
He's gonna...
I'd hoped to have one last chance to shout with the children, let us dance! And make a wishy with Mishy!
Oh.
Miss Schneider!
And of course, Yuna's the most invested.
Are we sure this wasn't part of some event?
Yuna, are you okay now? Yeah, I'm sorry. I kind of lost myself for a minute there. I think I can understand. The lore was rich and the performance was quite powerful. What the hell was that thing? It looks like it was really alive, like it, existed. Tosis tells us that's impossible, fundamentally even from the fake Arios they fought, but it used the same high-level tech. It makes sense to think of it as an autonomous weapon built by whoever's antagonizing us here, but something seems off. Like, simple as a weapon, and way too many useless functions. I was going to argue that on a surface level, maybe it was designed to get people to let their guards down. So the thing had realistic emotions and a weirdly detailed backstory. No point in programming a weapon or stuff like that. Crow's right. I even feel something resembling conviction coming from it. Yeah, you're right. Again, it even self-destructed through its own sadness. Thinking about everything it did, it was almost as if it was simulating the possibility that Miss Schneider really exists. Nothing about this makes sense. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Disregard I say anything. Or, it gave you something at the end, no? Key to the Castle of Mirrors. The true king awaits. Yep. Probably more of a backstory. This is... Let's make sure we're ready before we head to the castle.
We should try to pass on what Miss Schneider said to Mishy and Michette.
Yeah, it's only right.
Indeed. I could feel the sincerity in his words.
It was a mascot, guys.
It felt real in the moment, though. They'll snap out of it soon.
over-unders on this going south? Thinking that's not at all part of the plan. Up. Oh, yeah, it's completely different. It's actually a dungeon again! Castle of Mirrors. That appears very different from when we last came here. Given a reason for that, the castle was where a major crisis began in Crossbell a few years ago. Afterwards, there's no way people would have come here as it was, if it was left as is. It was remodeled and shrunk down. So this is its true form then. Something is definitely amiss here. Certainly is. Careful when space inside this castle is being eroded by a world that is not our own! Couldn't you think of having it hovel the geofront during the Great Twilight? Here feels totally different though. I agree. The process seems somehow incomplete. Since mirrors are objects that connect two worlds to one another, you have the mirrors in here have literally connected the castle to somewhere that isn't reality. It's like a loss. I'm guessing our enemy did this deliberately. It's been the right place. Just gotta find out where what they hid here. Yeah, say there, everyone. I'm still terribly low on so much. I can get a few things going though.
Let's make him regret this.
No, not the mirrors!
Judgment time. Let's go. Yeah.
Here I come.
Hate the mirrors.
Huh?
It's my turn.
Overroach. Oberon Roach. Spawns with lovely wings. Often related to fairies, it only appears in the areas with an abundance of mana.
Back at you. Let's go. Marcus, activate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
Time to show off. Marcus, activate. Let's go.
Here I come. Huh? Yeah. Nothing more to do but keep at it.
There! Got a hot table here. Judgment time. There! Let's do. It's my turn. Yeah!
Yep. That was the underling that least found awkwardly to slaughter his humans. Uses the air of the moon to power its arts. Yeah, I think it's my first time actually seeing this type of enemy outside of just in a 3D environment.
There!
Here I go. Going full tilt.
I'm up. Roar! We're low on time.
I think...
Ugh, these enemies are such a handful.
It's not unlike when Lohengrin Castle became infested with spirits.
Definitely. Spirit veins must be even more out of whack here than they were there.
How could this happen to the star attraction of the whole park? We've got to save it.
Heads up!
That's some power. Careful!
Ice Clown. Devilish Clown, if this match is tired, it'll kill all who laugh at it so that it can be the one to have the last laugh.
Moving out! All for one?
Here I come. Yeah!
It's my turn. Burning heart!
Not on my watch!
Shock.
Take this!
It's my turn!
Of course that happens. I get muted right when I get 0 arts.
Roar! Healing strike!
Fun! Fired me up! Strike them!
They're mine!
Time to show off. As your strength, surge! Time to show off.
Pumped up!
Let's go! Roar! It's down! Wide open! Time to show off. How you like this? Awaken! They're down! Okay, all together now!
Charm.
Here I come!
It wasted its turn.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Darn!
Don't give up! Here I go. Going full tilt.
Time to show off.
Nope.
I'm up. Roar! Now! Finish it! Time to show off. All for...
Finish it.
Just call us the Dream Team.
No, I'm good on... Yeah, like those type of kills. Okay. Gotta fight need more formidable enemies of range.
Check it out! Free stuff!
Passionate Rouge.
Everyone ready?
Oh, these things. Yep.
Time to show off.
Oh, yep. The Guardian type.
It's my turn.
Fierce as fire.
Here I come. All for one.
Pumped up. Can't escape. Wide open. All right.
Lamb.
Good work, everyone!
Let's make him regret this.
Last one. Star Guardian.
It's my turn. Yeah!
Time to show off. There! Got him!
Good. Here I go.
Ow.
Arcus, activate.
Let's go.
It's my turn. Huh?
Yeah! I got
Thanks.
your back!
Yeah!
It's my turn.
Not going down that.
That is a... Ouch! Come on.
Screwed up.
Fine. Crap there!
Thanks.
Here I go. Okay, let's keep moving.
Now that's what they call a drop.
There!
Pumped up.
Fine.
All right.
I'm up.
Ah, that hits the spot.
Mirror room. All the enemies here are such a headache to deal with. Not wrong. Oh. Premiere yourself! Ah! Winter attack? Wait, attack! Get ready for battle, everyone! Because a mirror's a meme? What's going on here? Well, something like that. I trust this is an illusion of sorts. When we should get to the bottom of. Aye aye.
This one's strong. Be careful.
Ash? Speaking of emerged from mirror, looks like Ash. Swings and strips and switch X to hit and cash or field. Also, can I say I don't like the precedent that... Yeah, Ash is one of the characters I could have chosen to come.
Back at you! Back at you!
It's my turn!
Just stop taking on one dude!
Yeah.
I can still fight. Yeah!
It's my turn. Burning heart!
All right.
Right out of it.
Let's go.
Here I come. Huh?
Time to show off.
Let's go. Let's go. For one.
There!
Here I go.
Wreak havoc! Chaos storm!
Pumped up. Can't escape.
Up.
I'll fix you up!
Appreciate it.
Hurt a fair bit.
All right. How you like this?
Take two, then.
I'm up. Kane, Gale! Now!
Wide open!
Fun! She fired me up!
I'm up!
Here I go! Going full tilt! Get him! Alright.
Moving out! Judgment time!
Bullets.
Eat this! They're down! Got him!
Here I come! Huh?
Okay, let's keep moving.
Fire.
Nice!
Yeah, I did it!
Crossbell 3!
That's how it's...
I did it!
I must continue to...
No!
So your machine's after all. It's Vicarious was. Has to be Army's base, alright. Kind of a nasty welcoming party. Just never know what the EDF was in Michelin for. Yeah. So the dude did... It says they were told to keep an eye on something? There's still a lot of questions. All I can do is stay alert and keep going. Yeah, I'm having trouble sensing things too right now. It's pretty worrying. Can't be too cautious in there. Alright. Going green? Yeah. And they're behind you. Ah, they're others! So they're in the doesn't count category. That's actually a little help.
Ready!
We can get this over with.
Crimson's now! Wide open!
It's my turn!
Moving out! Arc is activated!
Here I come! You cracked? There!
Oh, they keep coming!
Moving out!
Madonna as and more residual thoughts in the Castlemiers.
It's my turn! Kane, Gale! Ha! It's down!
Wide open!
Here I come!
Magical, so...
All for one! It was our win all the way!
Actually, for now, let's put this on. Two potions.
Ha! There! Ha! Everyone ready? Gale! Ha! It's down! Let's...
Pumped up!
Bam!
Wide open!
Take that!
Moving out! Too slow! They're down!
Got him!
Huh? Yes!
Moving out! There!
Got him!
Here I go! Get him! Take that! Stay down! Your magic's the cat's meow, Celine.
You'll get only the best out of Rose's successor.
Look out! It's a strong one!
There! This one's strong. Be careful. Spirit unification!
Let's go!
It's my turn. Burning heart!
Here I come. Fire.
Moving out.
Triumph!
All right. As your. All right. All.
I'm up.
All right.
Triumph! Up!
All right.
Crabs.
Here I go. Time to bring out the big guns.
Here I come. Huh?
I'm up.
Hey, help!
I got your.
Thanks.
Yes! Nothing more to do but keep at it. Treasure? My pleasure.
Goldie on watch.
There! Ha! 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 Ha!
Turn light. Damn it! Trapdoor. Where are we? Hey, is everyone alright? I'm fine. Whew, that's a relief. Cat's always not on their feet, remember? So the saying goes. I feel like my senses have been shut off. See, that means you're both in one piece. But here, it looks like you've been separated from the others. Crow! Here they are the unlucky trapped ones. Can't hear or sense anyone here but us. Hope everyone's okay. Not much you can do but split up and look for an exit. Green, behind you! Green! Crow? You're not seriously gonna fall for a phony, are you, man? I'm the real Crow. Then, this one is a fake. Let's try taking the place of the real Crow during the chaos of a little tumble. Just see my head, Crow. You always had foul trap. Foul trap ourselves. Here you are. Not a fun situation you find yourselves in, I see. Looks like you both are alright. Close call, though, against some real bastards. Now, where are we again? Right, let's show these imposters who's boss.
This one's strong. Be careful. All right.
Sorry,
Down he goes.
everyone.
Here I come. Pratt? Yes!
Thanks.
Here I go. Yeah.
Moving out.
Here in a blue.
Time to show off. All for one.
Here I go. All for...
Here I come. Huh?
I'm up. Roar! Now!
Wide open! All right. How you like this?
I can do better. Right there!
It's my turn.
Darn!
Don't give up!
Take that!
Damn it. Screwed up. I can't lose. Huh. Thanks.
Fine. All for one.
Heal.
Let's go. Yeah.
Rebellion.
Darn!
Back at you.
With my damage reduction.
I'll fix you up.
I appreciate it. It's my turn.
Wreak havoc.
Here I go.
Damn it. Screwed up.
Fool! Let's go.
I appreciate it.
Let's go. Roar! Now!
Wide open!
It's my turn. The rest is up to you.
I'll take over.
Break! Now! We strike at...
Go.
It's my turn. Can't... Wide open!
An opening!
Moving out. All yours.
Got it. All for one.
And one for all!
Alright, let's...
Brute force him down.
Behold!
The coast is clear. Let's stay on your toes.
Oh yeah, 11,000. Oh, strange feeling having to fight yourself. So well made it's honestly difficult to tell the difference at times. Don't think I didn't notice you trying to claw my face off back there, kitty cat. Hey, that's your fault for mixing me up. Guys, under the real crow would have no trouble dodging me. Ain't that sweet? You really trust me that much, huh? Anyway, I'm not sure about you guys. I'd rather not stay here for any longer than we have to. Wait, between the traps and whatever is jamming our senses, I'm not a big fan of this place. I don't think we're far from the top floor now. Let's get going. Damn straight. It is. so interesting. I'm actually really grateful that there's only one extra person I could have brought. But just... does that mean to feasibly actually fill this out, you literally need to play through this several times? That would be incredibly annoying. These are like the other members. That's the time we have for today. We went a little bit overtime with that extra battle. I'm really curious what they're currently setting us up for here in the Mirror Castle. Rean having to face his own dark self. Shattering the castle of mirrors. Okay, but next week, I definitely think we should be finishing Act 4 for everybody then. Like, Rean will have his time done, and then yeah, we'll go over with Lloyd. And I'm wondering which of these two is the one who disabled the communication jamming. I'm currently betting it's going to be actually Rean. Just like this is an important EDF thing, well, here Lloyd is getting ready for a rescue mission. But that's all the time we have for today. This has been Avenger Advent. I stream every day here on Twitch starting at 6 o'clock p.m. US Central Time, except for Saturdays like today, which I start at 3. And join tomorrow for my Sunday double stream, A Ring Fit Adventure, and Hatsune Miku. Till then, good night everybody.